My favorite full replacement bumper right here, the Bodyguard FT. Bodyguard's a small company, they're not corporate owned, and they care about quality. So here's some of the things that I really like about the Bodyguard bumper. First off, we have a 2-inch tube that runs around the headlight. Most of the other brands of bumpers out there, you're only gonna find an 1.5-inch tube up here on the top. The bumper has a nice tight finish down here on the bottom. So if you're worried about catching items off-road, driving over tall stocks, different things, you can get a lot of extra ground clearance over the factory bumper with this Bodyguard FT. Another thing I really like is this bumper is precise all the way around. Where it finishes against the body line, it is exactly the same measurement all the way around, even under the grill, all the way to this other side. You get a really nice and even fit and finish to the bumper. So most of the other, we call them ranch hand style bumpers out there, your classic style full replacement, will sit about 10 inches off of the front of the grill, which will be approximately here. These Bodyguard bumpers fit extremely tight. So if you're looking at a front bumper and you may have some type of clearance issue, whether it be a parking garage or the garage at your house, these Bodyguards fit exactly 5 inches off the front of the grill. So if you're needing to measure, do I have clearance to add one of these and still park in my garage? 5 inches off the grill will get you flush with the front of this bumper. We have really nice holes that are recessed here to add our front sensors. So if you have a Ultimate Package Ford or higher and it has the front bumper sensors, you have 4 locations that are almost identically aligned with where it comes on the factory bumper. So it eliminates any type of error messages that may pop up with those front parking sensors. We have a fog light relocation bracket. So you have a couple options with this bumper. We can mount the factory fog light right inside there. We also have the option to put a single or a dual Baja design light. Now a lot of customers will opt to go with either the Baja yellow or a amber colored fog light. A couple reasons for that. One, the Baja yellow or the amber color allows you to see through fog, see through dust a little bit easier, and it makes you very pronounced against other vehicles on the road. So if you're sitting at a stoplight and you see this truck coming with a yellow or an amber light down here, and they're gonna make you stand out amongst all the other vehicles on the road. We also have options to add a Baja design light bar inside this recess here. We can add them up here behind the grill. It does diffuse the light just slightly going through the honeycomb, or we can mount them on the front side of the bumper and get those lights out in front of the bumper. The camera on these do relocate. So many other brands out there either block the view of the camera or they just cut open a hole. And so when you're looking at your camera, you can see a triangle of black where essentially the bumper is catching the edge of that camera's view. Here, the wide angle camera view does not pick up any of the bumper. So it's just as if it's a factory truck when you're looking at that camera. Those things are high dollar options. It's really nice when those things work like they're supposed to. Now down here below, we have a nice CNC cut Bodyguard so everybody knows which brand of bumper you're running. We also have a 2-inch receiver that's easy to access. You can reach behind the bumper, pop your license plate bracket. So if you do have a state that requires a front license plate, the bracket will go inside of here. Or if you need to put a ball in there to run, putting those trailers inside your barn, hooking up a deer feeder, any other type of implement, you can do that there on the front. It also comes with a shackle for your D-rings. So this connects right through the bumper back to the frame so you have a nice secure toe point if you need to do some recoveries. These things come in a high gloss powder coat finish. They do a really good job of prepping the materials before they do the powder coat, so you'll have a nice long lasting high gloss finish. The honeycomb here in the center is attached with Allen screws. So in the event that you do not like the honeycomb and you would like to mount several lights across here, we can remove this and get you lit up with 7 or 8 Baja design LP9 lights, and you can go run the Baja 1000 with this front bumper. Another thing I really like about their design, the bumper's high enough up that it can help protect the front of the hood, but it's not too high that it interferes with your view of the road. It also has a great location for the cross tube here. It is right between your blinker and the lower headlight, so it doesn't block any of the light visibility for either you looking at the road or drivers in oncoming traffic. So just to recap, Bodyguard is my #1 seller. It is my personal favorite for the trucks. So if you have customers that are in between and needing help deciding what type of bumper to put on, this is always our first go-to choice.